Yo guys, Josh here, and yeah, this video has been requested a little bit, but first we're gonna get the elephant out of the room. So, both World at War and World at War Mobile, you cannot have no weapons, because when you pack your weapon away, it'll give you the 1911 again in an infinite amount of times. Black Ops 1 on the Wii, since the online thing has been turned off and no one else I know has a Wii, unfortunately you won't see what the no weapons in third person looks like. Same with mobile on the Black Ops 1 mobile app. We tried to get stuff to work, but again, it really wasn't doing much because the app doesn't get updated anymore, so that one's kind of busted too. And then Advanced Warfare Exo Zombies, you cannot have no weapons because the upgrading thing is weird. It's like the 25 tiers and stuff, and then it just automatically upgrades your gun as soon as you hold X. It's like, ooh, new camo. So, yeah, that you can't really do. No weapons, and both Cold War, which the system, how it works, your gun doesn't go in the machine anymore, so you cannot have no weapons. Same with Vanguard, you cannot have no weapons. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, now we're first gonna start with Black Ops number 1. So yeah, Black Ops 1 is the interesting one out of this, the most interesting, because you could see yeah, it's doing that animation when you use hacker for Moon. So yeah, it's doing that third person animation, like I said, the hacker on the Moon there. So that's very interesting. So one of the things we did want to do also is we wanted to see what would happen if the Pentagon Thief steals your weapon, you have no weapons. Little fun fact for you guys, I did this video literally over a decade ago. If you check for my Black Ops 1 playlist, it'll be like the 11th or 12th video. It was like September 2011, super long time, and it was the same outcome as it is here. So, yeah, he is, apparently you can't run as fast. Apparently you run faster with MPL than with no weapons, so I will cut it, because he runs around for like quite a long time. But yeah, again, just like in 2011, nothing happens. It looks exactly the same as you can see here. Still doing a weird typing with the knife floating on the hand. And I'm pretty sure if you try this with Bowie and sickle, it like replaces that. So the Bowie knife or sickle is floating on your hand. So before everyone's like, why you Misty? It just happened to be like that. We just started the game and then, yeah, I was Misty. So this one's weird. Well, I guess not too weird because it doesn't show anything, but you will notice there's random knife blade appears in the front there. So that's kind of a little weird. But yeah, other than that, it doesn't visually show anything in your hands. So yeah. So believe it or not, this is split screen on the Wii U version of Black Ops. Now, since, yeah, you can see there, me number 2 there, so that's really weird. So the same as Black Ops 2 you just saw as the other 360 and PlayStation, the floating knife thing there. Yeah, this one is very interesting, the way the split screen works. Yeah. The other thing to point out is once in a while your character will do like a weird kind of examination, as you can see here. But yeah, that was split screen on the Wii U, the like switch pad thingy handle there. So that's kind of very, very weird, interesting how split screen works on that. But yeah, so Black Ops 3, here we go. Yeah, you'll notice last gen isn't here. Don't even ask. For some reason, last gen, so many technical problems. We just couldn't get footage. We couldn't get it working. I wanted to do a last gen Richtofen kind of face thing, but that didn't work. But yeah, so you can clearly see here, this one, Darian pointed something out very interesting too. You're holding the knife in your right hand, yet you knife with the left. Darren pointed that out. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, you're right. I'm holding the knife in my right hand, but when I knife, it's knifing with the left hand. So yeah, I was just waiting to do that kind of animation which he was doing there. But yeah, that was kind of cool. Darren pointed out. You're probably like, why are you still filming this? Yeah, I got a max ammo. What is 10 out of 90? I don't know. And the Panzer, that was unfair. Yeah, sorry about that with voice distraction. I'm just so mind blown. I don't know what I was expecting was going to happen here, but Flavored Hex for some reason activates when you die and switches to the next one, so I don't know what that is. And I don't know what the 10/90 was, so that was weird. Alright, moving on. So, yep, I gotta stop saying so. Yeah, I don't know. You know, the one very interesting about Infinite is if you do this on any of the maps, you actually will have a punching animation. Now, when you start Raving the Redwoods, you automatically start with the fists and the melees. So, yeah. I do like how it said when I packed for a split instant, I might highlight it. It was like fists or something like that. So I like how they did this. They actually showed fists and the animation, so that was kind of cool. Now, World War II is an interesting one because we were going to give up on this. I was gonna be like, oh, I'll just give up on it, and then we tried so many things, but you saw when you have no weapons, it automatically switches to shovel. But after doing trial and error, we somehow accidentally got this to work. So I will show how this was done. It's so stupid, but it makes sense the way the mechanics work. So that looks like I'm holding a gun. That's pretty weird with the with that animation. Yeah, no the gun holding. So the way this is done is, well, yeah, again, let me just, so when you pull out the shovel, no weapons, obviously you can't switch to nothing. But for some weird reason, if you go down by just going down, it switches to obviously a pistol when you go down, but you have no weapons. So when you get revived, it'll give you the weapons, your weapons, which are no weapons, and yeah, you have no weapons until you hit the switch, and then you get your shovel out there. This was funny though. We were like fooling around because I'm like, since I was a zombie character, I'm like, look at, I'm a zombie, and yet a lot of the zombies didn't even attack me, just ran by me. So this was us fooling around. I'm like this, walking in front. I'm like, here I am. So yeah. So this one was pretty interesting, but nothing too extraordinary or unordinary. But yeah, when you press the shovel again, you can't switch back to nothing. So now we get to the one that's kind of stupid here. So it shows fists on the screen, yet when you melee, it doesn't punch. So I don't know what Treyarch was thinking there. At least the knife is on the right side, which is the left when I knife. The galvas also were pretty interesting that they say floating there. Kind of with Bowie too, when you get the Bowie knife, it's kind of weird. So yeah, it's always very interesting having no weapons, and whatever melees you swap out, then yeah, it'll show that. So thanks for watching, ladies and gents. Video's over, it's done. Not exactly sure what you guys are still doing here. You know, you can click off to like another video at any time if you want to. You don't have to. You can just sit on this video and wait with me.